We all have them, the subclasses that as soon as we see them on the enemy team, we're all...
Oh, here we go again.
There's an old saying on the internet, when you just hate a certain thing or type of person, regardless of what they're doing. They could just be minding their own business, but you just despise them. We used to call them your B-word eating crackers. It came from this old meme of a girl sitting in a chair, just eating some crackers, and the other girl looking at her, calling her the B-word. True, just say the word. Nah, I'm not trying to get demonetized. I got bills to pay. Anyways, I have those in Destiny, where it doesn't matter if they're nice, they're mean, they're good, they're bad, they're on my team, they're on the enemy team. If I see these subclasses, I turn into that girl in the meme, just squinting my eyes and hating. I'm going to list my top 3 most hated subclasses to play against, and I want you to think about your list while I do, and drop it in the comment section below. And in the background, I hope you enjoy some Broodweaver gameplay, as that's become my main subclass since Lightfall dropped. I'm a big fan of it. Alright, let's start at number 3 and count it down. My number 3 most hated subclass to play against is Void Sentinel Titans. And it's just because they play to their power fantasy design so well. Like, Bungie set out to make Sentinel Titans a mobile fortress that you really have to lay siege to or overwhelm with gratuitous force if you want to kill them. But it's so annoying to do 180 damage to a Titan without taking a single shot of damage yourself. And then they put that barricade down in the open and they just stand there. They just stand there like a statue, knowing that if you try to push them, they now have an overshield and they just bide their time. If you jump, you know, you've got AE penalties and they can just easily shoot you out of the air with a fusion rifle or a slug. And that barricade comes back so fast too, so they can keep popping those like every time you see them during the match. And then their teammates come, they're like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna hop into that purple pool and power up my protection too. And you basically just have to walk away. It's so freaking annoying. And the bubbles, don't get me started on the bubbles, especially in Trials and Iron Banner Fortress. Void Titans just slow the game down so much.
I hate them.
Moving on to number 2, I hate playing Solar Warlocks. I used to main Top Tree Dawn before all of the changes, right? I liked the no tracking on the super, but you got Heat Rises and Icarus Dash, that combo, to make you squirrely, and you had a lot of fun like aerial counterplay you could do. But now that you can mix and match all the good parts of each tree, this subclass gets under my skin, like a rug being slightly crooked, or dripping water at night that you can't find where it's coming from, or like people who say they like the blue M&Ms the best, when they literally all taste the same. Solar Warlocks are like that to me, and it's because they're always doing stupid stuff. The Icarus Dash glide all the way to lanes that they've got no business getting to that quickly, and then they just pop you with a Cloud Strike 3 seconds after you walk out of spawn at the beginning of the match, and then they're flying up to some random friggin' ledge or some weird sightline that looks through, you know, 3 different rooms from the perfect angle, 5 stories up. They have their protractor out on the screen, and if you attack them while they're up there, they're just going to dive to the ground, get full health, and go right back up. Or the worst is having to kill them 3 times just to kill them once. Right? You land 2 hand cannon headshots into them, boom, they toss that healing grenade. And now you're behind in the fight. But you play your cover just right. You pop them 2 more times in the head for a total of 280 damage now. But then they get to that corner just in time to pop that rift down. And now you have to land 4 more headshots to keep up with their healing in the rift. And now, after doing 560 damage in a gunfight that lasted 10 seconds, you've got 1 kill and a whole lot of emotional trauma to show for it. I hate playing against Solar Warlocks. And before I move on to my number 1 most hated subclass to play against, first I need to bring up my honorable mention. And this didn't make the list because it's not so much a subclass as it is like a little tiny PP way to play the game, right? But my honorable mention is literally any hunter using Wormhusk. Yeah, any hunter that has Wormhusk on can go take sandpaper to a rug burn for all I care. Trying to kill a hunter that is constantly breaking aim assist, healing for free on command while changing directions is so freaking annoying. Again, it's like you have to win 2 whole gunfights just to get credit for winning 1. And one of my good friends mains Wormhusk, and I'll tell him he's a little punk straight to his face. But the fact that hunters get to go, oh, look at me, I'm rolling out of this gunfight that you're clearly winning and deserve to win, but you know, I'll be back in a second with full health and you'll be reloading your weapon since you just blanked 3 shots while I was doing gymnastics. I hate it. And now, my number 1 most hated subclass to play against. I mean, come on. You had to have known, right? There was no way it was going to be anything other than Arc Titans. They are literally the only subclass that has built-in training wheels. You can physically see the binky in their mouths and the full diaper dumpy behind them as they straight line you with a shield in their face, a shield on their feet, and the ability to break through the space-time continuum and rewrite the laws of physics with the push of a single melee button when they aren't even in your zip code yet.
It ain't right!
Or when you see him do it to your teammate, and you land 2 great shots and their health is like almost nothing, but then they start punching your teammate, and then suddenly they become Neo without even trying, and you see your bullets outline them, and now you have to reload, but their health is immediately back and completely full because they punched your teammate to death, and while you're reloading, they're pulling up their weapons because they didn't shoot a single bullet that whole time, or instead they just turn and straight line you now while you're trying to get ammunition back in your firearm. I hate them more than any other subclass in the game. I hate them. But those are my top 3. What's your list? Is it any different than mine? What really gets under your skin in PvP? Let me know below. Thanks so much for watching the video today. Leave a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe for additional Destiny 2 content. Hey, be warm and well fed, my friends, and I hope to catch you in the Crucible.